Of chapter 4, and what we're talking about today is second declension neuter, and you can find this on page 37 of your book. Okay, the first thing that we need to know about second declension neuter is that second declension neuter nouns end in um in the nominative. And so words that are second declension neuter would be words like bellum and caelum and templum and verbum. These are the 4 second declension neuter nouns in chapter 4. Okay, so now we're going to give the endings for second declension neuter. So I'm going to give all 5 cases. And we'll go through the endings for each one, singular and plural. Okay, so nominative singular is and then the rest of it looks, in the singular, looks just like second declension masculine. So genitive singular is E, long I, dative singular is O, long O, accusative singular is and ablative singular is O. So instead of us, E-O-M-O, we have E-O-M-O. That's the only change between masculine and neuter in second declension. Okay, nominative plural ends in an A, so that's a big change. And then genitive plural is aurum, same as masculine. Dative is, accusative so another A. And then ablative is is. So if we make some observations about second declension neuter, we can see that in the singular, the nominative and accusative are the same form, right? They end in And also in the plural, the nominative and accusative are the same form. And that's true of every word in the Latin language that is neuter in gender. The nominative and the accusative form will be the same in the singular and same in the plural. Another important thing to know about neuter gender nouns is that neuter gender nouns will always end in A in the nominative and accusative plural, no matter what the declension is. So any neuter noun in the plural will always end in an A. So we have e-o, o, and then aurum, is, is, and this is again, of course, second declension neuter endings. Okay, so now we're going to actually decline a second declension neuter noun. So again, we'll set up our 5 principal cases: nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, and ablative. Okay, we'll have singular and plural at the top. And for our sample noun, let's use bellum. So the vocab entry is bellum, belly, and it's neuter, war. And just like in first declension and in second declension masculine, to get the base of the noun, we drop the genitive singular ending, which, just like masculine, is an I. So I'm going to have my stem here, and or my base, excuse me, for a noun, stem for verb, and I'm going to write the base all throughout the chart. Remember that to decline a noun in Latin, we take the base of the noun and add the endings to the base. Okay, so here's my base, and now for my endings. So e, o, o. So we have bellum, belly, bellow, bellum, bellow, and in the plural, bella, bellorum, bellis, bella, and bellies. So aurum, is, in the plural. And the translations for each of these nouns are exactly the same as the translations for first declension or second declension. Remember, each case has its own special translation. So nominative is the, or a. So bellum would be the war or a war. Genitive is generally translated as of, so belly of the war. Okay, dative is to or for, so bellow would be to or for the war. Accusative is the same translation as nominative, so the war. The difference is that the nominative is used for the subject and the accusative is used for the direct object. And ablative has really a bunch of different translations, but for a standard translation we could say by, with, or from the war. Okay, and then in the plural, all the same translations apply, except we make the word for war plural. So nominative would be bella would be the wars. Genitive, bellorum, of the wars. Okay, dative, bellis, to or for the wars. Okay, accusative, bella, the wars. And ablative, bellis, by, with, or from the wars. Okay, and that is it for this lesson on second declension neuter. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.